Thanking the Gazelle Group for a great event. 2 consecutive years. We got March type of intensity in November. And I also want to thank our fans. The second half, when things weren't going well, they turned it into a home game, and that's all you ask. Their energy was off the charts. They gave us the jolt, and our defense carried us down the stretch when we needed big stops. Excuse me.
You said just after the last game that we're not going to make 19 threes every night, and hopefully on those nights we have enough toughness. Do you feel like you showed that you have enough toughness tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to make 19 next game. I'm going to flip the script and try to do something different. Hopefully that wasn't me that did that, the announcer jinx. But yeah, we played with a lot of heart, toughness, and togetherness. And people, you bring these guys in and you bring these guys in, and everybody comes from different directions. We still don't know our best defensive lineups, our best offensive lineups, our best in between. And so this is a work in progress, but for us to come out of this game against a really good basketball team that I think is an NCAA tournament team, same thing I said last year, for us to find a way to win it's a compliment to our guys and their ability to just stay the course when the game got ugly.
You don't know the best lineups you say, but it seems like Adai really affects the game on both ends. Can you speak to the points, rebounds, all the things on the stat sheet, but even like the last shot, just altering the looks and all the things to be able to do?
Last year going into the game, this isn't how they played, but last year they took advantage of our ball screen coverage, and they had the personnel to do it. They had Efton Reed, and he was just wiping Vlad out. They didn't have the mass to wipe Adai out on his drops, and so his rim protection, I thought, was probably the difference in the game. We forced a team that doesn't want to shoot a lot of floaters and tough middies into floaters and tough middies because our guards' ability to sit down and defend on the perimeter. I thought our gap coverage improved as the game went on. And so, without a doubt, we're much more equipped to win a Big Ten game today than we were yesterday because of the schedule.
Last year, you said that turnovers were obviously a big concern in that first loss opening year. You guys had 17 turnovers in this one, 13 to Wake Forest. Is that just guys starting to develop chemistry with one another, or I guess what did you attribute that to tonight? Was it Wake Forest defense? What was going on there?
There's certainly Wake Forest defense had something to do with it, and we turned it over 3 times in the first 4 minutes, and then that first media timeout, I think it went a little bit over 4, and then we turned it over 3 more times the rest of the half, and then we took a calculated risk after halftime to play over the top to Adai. Their bigs were in foul trouble, and that goes out of bounds. That probably sets the wrong precedent, but even now, we don't have our package in, so when you have a dead ball, a whistle, you try to organize your team to get something easy. Because we don't know our stuff well enough to get that in the flow of the game or to recognize that matchup advantage in the flow. So, obviously that was a poor decision on my part. But, I thought some of the turnovers down, we're getting the ball in the short roll in the paint to one of our power guys, and we got called for a couple travels. We got called for a charge late. There were some things that, we wouldn't take back the execution. We just need to clean up a few things. As far as with our individual improvement and schematic things, but that's what we were looking for. And if you have to be honest, one of them I don't think was a travel. Just it looked funny, so they call it travel.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you don't want to lose a double-digit lead in the second half, but did this close game experience do you think it helps this group moving forward?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think each time you win one of these, it gives you belief and confidence that you're going to find a way the next time you're in this situation. Hopefully we're not in as many as we were last year, but credit to our guys on last year's team, and then the returners. Obviously, our poise under pressure is something that we can hang our hat on, but once again, if you're in a lot of one-possession games, you're probably at our level, you're probably going to win half of them, and we don't want to be in a position where you're going to win half your games. So we definitely need to find a way to separate and take advantage of our runs and have a little bit more than playing the last possession each game.
Yaxel didn't play his A game tonight, probably. What did they do to slow him, in your opinion?
They're a good team. They're scrappy. They push off your spots. They challenge everything. I thought Yaxel generated some really good looks. His 3-point shots, I think 3 or 4 of them, I thought they were going in and they just didn't drop. It's a new environment for him. It's a new experience where we're not counting on him to carry us. He just has to be another spoke in the bike tire. We got a lot of good spokes in our locker room, so we just gotta just stay with it and figure out ways to impact the game when the ball's not dropping. He missed a couple shots around the rim. I mean, the ball is this game's funny, man. You go up and you're at the rim. We'd like to have a little more power, but the ball just doesn't drop in sometimes, and you just got to keep going and keep putting one foot in front of the other. And I thought he learned that tonight, that we're not basing his performance on whether that 3-point shot's going in or whatever the case. So he made some plays to contribute to winning. Obviously, he's going to play much better than he did tonight.
I don't think you planned on playing a guy 37, 38 minutes, but what does it say that he can do that now?
Yeah, absolutely. And the one, I'm going to give Adai credit, the 2 exhibitions and the first game, he struggled guarding on the perimeter. The opposition's bigs had their way with us. I don't even think he played in the first one, the last couple games, whatever the case. And even in practice, he struggled in that regard, and the staff has challenged him. And I thought he did an A+ job, without looking at the film, an A+ job of contesting threes. He blocked a couple of them. He defended the drives, and Spillers, man, he's quick. He's got some game, and so he cut him off. He used his size, his length, and challenged the shots. And Spillers is a borderline all-league guy, could be an all ACC guy. And so for him to be able to sit down and keep his body in front of him that's very, very refreshing going forward. But I didn't think he could play that much. He's capable of a lot, and he's just scratching the surface, man. Obviously his stat line is impressive, but he made so many more invisible plays and changed so many shots. Now, some of our guards have to do a better job of getting in the fight when he tips a ball to go in and clean it up. I think we were anticipating that we were going to turn those into leak-out dunks, and so just another reason we have to change some habits and practice better. But very proud of our guys for simply staying together and not getting rattled.
Got time for a couple more.
Dusty started the free base tonight. I guess, what were you hoping to get out of that look, and what did you see from it during the game?
In theory, I think we should be pounding the glass at a much higher rate. More size on the court. Down the stretch defensively, we had size on the floor a lot. Merez is transitioning from that 5-man to that 4 on the perimeter, so he's guarding perimeter guys. I thought his switching, his ability to stay in front of the ball, his toughness was one of the main reasons we were able to get stops down the stretch as well. So just more size on the court, and having, we're going to look at some different lineups. We'll probably tweak it the next 5-10 games before we settle into what our rotations are going to be. But we might not ever find a solid rotation because we have so many unique pieces in our locker room, and so it's just like everyone else. If the guys that didn't play as much as they'd hoped and their minutes weren't what they thought they were going to be, if they stay the course, good things are probably going to happen for them in time. If they overanalyze it, and then that's sign of a team that's not going to max out its ability. So, but I thought we had a good team win.
Thought on Roddy's 3 maybe, and just you guys missed like 12 in a row, and we know what happened last year. Just what does that mean for you guys and for him?
We want guys to take good looks, and I thought during that 12 stretch, most of them were paint touch threes. They were in rhythm threes, and like I said, several of them looked good. Now there were times I thought the C's parted and we should have attacked the rim, and I probably didn't express that with as much I guess authority or whatever you want to call it when we were talking about their plan and the timeouts and in front of the bench or whatever. But it's also, I don't want our guys overthinking. Like when they're playing ball, man, like get your eyes up, know where to look, and play off your instincts and off of your training. And so I don't want those guys thinking we're going to attack the rim. I want them reading the defense and their space, they attack it. If they're open in rhythm, I want them shooting it and then trusting that we're going to go get the offensive rebound if we don't knock it down.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.